I think I'm gonna start coming up with a song or something until I get viewers. I know ain't nobody prepared for me to go live on a Friday, but we gonna turn up on a Friday. Peace and blessings to everyone. Peace and blessings. I'm so happy for you guys coming in. I do want to say this to the replay game. If you ever have any statements or questions or anything, don't hesitate to comment in the chat. I look back at those things. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everyone's views and likes and everything. It really means a lot to me. A lot of gratitude for you guys. Much love. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. So grateful for everyone coming in. I know it's Friday and I've been doing my every Sunday, which I still am. I have a treat for y'all Sunday. So today I wanted to go live, um, and chill with y'all. I got a little bit of insight that I want to share on this Friday. I know it may be other content creators going live, it's the weekend, so everybody turning up, doing their thing. So it's all love this way if you want to hit the replay. But sure enough, you're in for a treat if you really tap in with your girl. um but today is Friday, so of course everybody, tends to, treat themselves or whatever on, you know, um, Fridays or weekends or whatever the case may be. Today I decided to treat myself to a pedicure. I love getting my toes done, y'all. I really do. I love getting my toes done. I love getting my feet cared for. It's a lot of health benefits when it comes to, caring for your feet. Especially, we do a lot of walking, y'all. We do a lot of working, right? So, you want to take care of your feet. And, there's certain points in your feet that help with, sinuses, stress, everything of the sort. Terry King, thank you for coming through. Peace and blessings to you. And so, you know, today I went and I got my toes done, and the nail tech, I mean, I spoke to her today, a beautiful black young lady, and her aura, her presence, it was so beautiful, y'all. Her presence just reminded me so much of myself, like just looking into her eyes was like, purity and happiness. And I'm like, oh my goodness. It's a crazy thing because people always say the eyes are the windows to the soul. And for a long time I didn't necessarily, quite get it. But I think today I understand why now. Because when I was speaking with this young lady, um, it showed me, it was like looking in her eyes just for a split second and just in observing her aura around her. It reminded me, or it made me feel of something familiar. And it reminded me of me when I was, because she was 19, she's 19, and it reminded me of 19, where I was just so free and filled with all type of possibilities in my thoughts. And I felt so comfortable with, talking to her. And that's just, it's not necessarily something that I'm, always used to. I don't have a problem doing it, especially, if I'm set forth to doing it or whatever the case may be, right? But as far as like in person, it's never been something that I was quite used to. And I just felt so comfortable with her. Um, and I started to, just open up to her. And I even told her about my channel, y'all. So shout out to that beautiful queen. She's gonna work on her channel, and I'm definitely gonna support her because um, I can tell by her presence that whatever she puts her mind to, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be beautiful. And even if she has no idea where she is going to start, you know, I can understand that feeling. As long as she starts, the improvement is to come, right? The greatness is there, right? The opportunity has been created and it's made itself, right? So shout out to that beautiful queen. Um, I felt so good because, it's not oftentimes that you run into Pearly. Thank you for coming through, Queen. Yeah, sliding through. I know it's Friday, so I can expect when people, they trying to get they trying to turn up on the weekend. They done been working all week, so I can understand it. I respect it, you know. Um, but this my turn up. This my turn up right here. So yeah, I am a nerd. Like seriously, I do the most dorkiest things. Well, people think they're dorky or whatever, but I like doing my thing. So this my thing right here. But that's why I wanted to tell everybody in the beginning, replay gang. I don't have a problem with that. I love every last one of you. Thank you for the views and support, and hopefully you get something out of what I'm stating, what I'm sharing, because this is my little journey, y'all, and we on this journey, and this journey only leads to greatness. So I always tell people when I go in to listen to anything, I listen to it to hear something for myself, not necessarily for the person that's speaking or for the people that I can identify may need it. I'm speaking personally for myself. So, hopefully you guys, when you hear this wisdom, when you hear this enlightenment or anything that I'm sharing, hopefully that you're looking into it to help within yourself, because that's my full intent, to share love, spread love, and help to find ways of creating that love and having it to grow within oneself. And this is my journey that I've been doing for myself and sharing with others so that they can see that and, grab hold to whatever, vibrates with you to, do for yourself as well. Sharing is caring. So, you know, but I went and got my toes done and it's so pretty. Today, I want to talk about addictions. Um, and a lot of us, we have a lot of habits that aren't necessarily healthy, right? And they come in many forms. They could come in, drugs. They can come in sexual habits. They can come in forms of relationships. They can come in overworking jobs. They can come in, doing too much working out. It can be a whole lot of forms of addictions. And most of the times we have these forms of addictions for relief, to release some form of temporary pleasure. But you have to continue to do this form because you're still needing relief or release, right? And with that being the case, that means that we're identifying that there is a form of stress confusion, depression that exist, right? One important thing that we all must understand is knowing that we cannot control anything outside of ourselves. And that is the greatest understanding that people have to grasp in every aspect and understanding. You cannot control anything outside of yourselves. So if there is anything that's causing you pressure, that's causing you stress, that's causing you conflict, that's causing anything, doubt, you know, anything that's causing a hindrance upon your life, the more you hold on to it, the worse that feeling gets. The more you feel the need for an addiction, the more you become addicted to false relief. Because those things that we're seeking relief from or release from, you know, um, they're they're giving us an idea as if it's something that is of reality and it's not. The truth of the matter is the stress and the depression, the things that we feel that we're trying to have control of is actually it's it's the problem. It's the reason why you feel like you need relief. It's the reason why you feel like you need to release. You know, um, when you are trying to be in control, that is when you lose control. But the moment that you let go and release that you've been trying to keep in control, the more relief that you'll have, the more permanent relief, you know? And then eventually, once you start to feel that natural relief, the natural release, the natural healing, you start to look at the things that you were using for temporary, um you know as a temporary substance, that was giving you that moment, of of pleasure, or um happiness, or whatever the case may be. You start to realize how much of an illusion that it really is, because you know nothing good comes from an unhealthy habit. It only causes more problems. It only creates further problematic situations within your life. And you were holding on to this problematic illusion because you were holding on to control of something that was stressing you, that was draining you, that was hindering you, that was abusing you, that was manipulating you. It was using you. When you let all of the pressure of this false illusion go, you no longer need a false illusion of pleasure, happiness, a swift moment of freedom, you know, because it gives you an emotional imbalance. It gives you the greatest high. But then you're faced with going back into this stressful realm that you've created or believed to be reality. And thus you're needing to do it again over and over and over. And thus you place yourself in a never ending cycle. It's like a hamster wheel where you keep going in circles over and over and over and over, never necessarily making it to a destination. You're just running in circles and you're spinning out of control because you keep hanging on with the strongest grip to this is my form of reality, and in all reality, it's not. Why you name yourself like that? You know I can't even say your name. Thank you so much for calling me an angel. I really agree with that. I really appreciate it as well. But you got to change your name, baby, so I can say your name. But peace and blessings to you, King. Um, but you know, um, in this society wants us to continue to think inside of a box. And this is what I was talking about with the nail take as well. And it places us in a mental prison. Well, I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to keep this going. And what if I let it go, then what? If I don't do this way, then what? And how would this look or how would this feel? I tell you one thing, your inner self will say, all love, yes, all love. It would feel freedom because you yourself know the power within yourself, especially the strength within yourself, because you've held on to something so long, so hard. It's an undeniable strength that you have. You yourself cannot deny it. But it does not mean that it's meant for you to keep holding it forever. You were told to listen to an angel named Angie. Well, I appreciate the person that told you to listen in. I really do. I have great gratitude for that. I hope you tune in more often. Pearly. He said, hey, you see what he gonna do, right? You see his name, right? Don't be out there hurting him, King. See, y'all trying to turn up on a Friday and have Angie over here acting up with y'all. And I'm trying to give y'all some wisdom. We're going to stay focused. Okay? Don't come in here turning up on the ladies in here in the chat, okay? Okay, King. I'm like, wow. Hey, confidence. He's speaking it. He's letting you know. Hey, confidence. We don't shoot down confidence. But I've been in my journey and everything, and just, seeing my growth and my development, and seeing, once I start just letting things go, especially things that has not been serving me, my peace, my mind, you know, and just understanding my own capabilities and knowing that, holding on to these things, it's really been psyching me out to make me feel unsure, of my capabilities. And the truth of the matter is, it was my very capabilities that made these things exist in the first place. And then to find that it's not grateful of me because of the torment that it's be placed upon me. You good? Yes, be good. Be good, okay? Don't be in here cutting up, okay? But, after just realizing, how I've allowed myself to be manipulated into being in trying to convince myself that all of these things are necessary, you know, and placing extra depression upon myself, you do tend to find yourself seeking a false form of relief, a false form of release. And these forms of relief aren't necessarily healthy habits. They come with a cause. They come with a price. You know, the healthiest form of relief is to let go of the things that were stressing you in the first place. See, the society will have us to doubt our own creativity, our own understanding of building what we want for ourselves, and thinking that we have to do things in certain ways or certain manners in order for it to be possible, in order for it to exist. And see, that's the small mind frame that this society is built to keep us in. And the truth of the matter is, we don't have to do it anybody else's way but our own. And when you do it your way, you know, there is nothing, there is literally nothing that does not exist for you. It can be exactly what you want it to be. It can be exactly how you want it to be. I love Real Relief. It's always healthier. Most definitely, King. You know, see this the illusions of this world that have you feeling as if, you can't have what you truly dream of. And that's false. Because reality can be exactly what you dream it to be. What you have to do is you have to thoroughly think about what it is that you want your reality to be. And the realistic goals that they tell you to set forth, they're trying to tell you, their form of understanding for realistic terminology. I'm telling you, terminology is a mental spell, word spells. Okay? Realistic means based upon your steps, based upon your ideas, based upon your perspectives. That is your reality. It is your reality that you build upon. It is your reality that you enhance in. And what you find fit to be in your reality should be exactly what you asked for it to be. And if it's anything different, then it was not fit and it should not stay. So now, when it comes to all of these unhealthy habits that we done gathered, while we were trying to be in control of something that was trying to convince us that it was meant to be there, we start to realize we don't need these unhealthy habits anymore. Because that was a part of the illusion as well. Needing to find a form of peace when I was supposed to be existing in peace already. And now that I know that I was not existing in peace, now I know that I have to do away with the things that do not help my peace so that I can get rid of the unhealthy habits that I was finding peace in, that was ultimately going to cause me less peace in the end. Yes, Queen. Yes. Peace and blessings to y'all. They probably turning up somewhere, y'all. So we can't fault them for that, right? But they gonna tune in to the replay, and shout out to the replay gang. Much love to all of my beautiful people. Um, but I just wanted to come live and discuss that. Because I have been sharing, and it just came to me today because I've been at a place of peace lately, and it helped me to realize some of the unhealthy habits that I've gained along the way that I need to do away with because they no longer serve me either. And once I started doing away with it, it came so clear to me how much it was a false illusion in the first place to even feel as if I needed it, and I didn't. I was only utilizing these things and justifying why I was doing it because I was trying so hard to be in control of something that I wasn't in control of, and realizing that being more in control of myself and just analyzing and realizing that those things that I've been trying to hold on to, if I just simply let it go, if I just simply let it go, then the peace that I so seek, I'll have it. I'll be back, love. Your mental glad. I was told, please come through anytime, King. And share the love. Tell everybody about this angel you have found. New sub. Thank you so much, King. Peace and blessings to you. But you know, when I came to that understanding, I've had the greatest relief these last couple of weeks, with a lot of unhealthy habits that I've decided to let go. And being on this peaceful journey is it's done wonders for me. You know, it's it's I feel a whole lot better coming to this understanding because a lot of people talk about addictions, right? A lot of people talk about healing and from addictions and the steps to take from addictions. And I don't think that a lot of people necessarily understand um how to get to the root. Once you get to the root of what is causing you to actually need or require something to give you a false sense of relief, that is when you start to realize and heal from, these habits that we've created in a form of an addiction. You know, you're holding on to something. You're keeping something within you that is keeping you a prisoner mentally, physically, and it's causing you to seek some type of freedom in something that is not even good for you. That's why it's a unhealthy habit. That's why it's an addiction, because it's not necessarily something that is purposeful. It's not something that is necessarily true. It's a deceptor like alcohol, there's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol. Now, I'm not speaking about, you do your drink or whatever the case may be. You might have your smoke and whatever the case may be. I'm talking about forming an unhealthy relationship towards these things. That is called an addiction. That's what I'm talking about. Everything in moderacy, right? So there's nothing wrong with having a balance with certain things, but an unhealthy form, needing it, requiring it, and because you have found a relief in it. It's no longer for a simple form of enjoyment. It's become something that you require because something in your life has caused so much stress and pressure. You get what I'm saying? And when you get to the root of what's causing all the stress and all the pressure, and you free yourself from that, you heal yourself from that, that is when you're able to actually see an addiction for what it is and then grow from it, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. And I wanted to share that on this Friday before I went to sleep. Um, yeah, I don't really get out much, but hey, I've been thinking about getting out lately. I've been thinking about doing that. It's getting a little warm outside, and me and the twins, we might go out, sometimes and go explore the world and see some things a little bit more often than we have lately. Just because. But I normally don't really go out, crowds, crowds. Oh my goodness. I used to be okay with it, and then after a while I kind of slowed down on it. Didn't really see the need in doing all of that. Going, but I don't mind going out with me and my baby, so we might be doing that. You hitting the concert? Yo, the last concert that I went to, y'all. Um, I went and I talk about her all the time, y'all. I love Erica Badu. I went and I seen Erica Badu, y'all, and I had to see my girl. I had to see her. Um, because I just felt like, you just never know. And she's been in the game for a long time, and I just had to make it a priority to see her because I know every song and I know the meanings in all of her songs. And her insight is like none other. They say she's from Mars. And shout out to the queen. But yes, I went to go to a concert to go see Erica Badu, and it was a vibe. I'm telling you, it was a vibe. So yeah, sometimes you gotta hit the night on the town. Who knows? I might pull my heels out. Might pull my heels out and step out somewhere. Who knows? But for the most part, I do intend to spend a lot of time out with the twins, and we're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna go. And I love swimming, right? I'm like a fish in the water. Like I love swimming. I've been swimming for a long time. I used to be on all the swim teams and stuff like that. And yeah, so we're gonna be hitting the pool and just about every day because I love swimming. That's my thing. Yes, I love Erica Badu. Shout out to the queen. If I ever see, I'm not really a big celebrity person, but if hey, I'm telling you, my greatest dream, if anybody want to do it for me, meeting Erica Badu. Oh my God, that would be the greatest gift ever. Like seriously, no doubt. I would rock with that for real. As a matter of fact, and but that's really what I wanted to tell y'all. I wanted to tell y'all about my healing journey and give y'all an update and come in with the understanding about addictions, and it's basically been good. Like this journey that I've been on, it's been so relieving. You want to see Jill? Oh, I would love to see Jill. Now see, the thing about going to see Jill Scott, you got to go with a partner. Because Jill Scott, she gets into that sexual, sensual, vibration. And like you really got to get in the vibe with her, right? So with the music that she does, you got to have your partner with you. And so I'm single right now. And so, Jill, she'll be around, when that special somebody comes. But until then, I have to pump the brakes because I'm not gonna go to a Jill Scott concert by myself. I got Mr. Down. Oh no. He broadcasting it to the world. Everybody got him. I don't know. No, no, no. I want to go with somebody that I know everybody ain't got. Okay? Because everybody ain't got me and everybody ain't going to have him. We're going to be at the Jill Scott concert together. Mr. Down, he's broadcasting it to everyone because that's what he want everyone to know. He doing that to everyone. I won't be nobody special. And with Jill Scott, you got to go with somebody who feel like you special, because that way you can be able to open up more. You know what I'm saying? With Jill Scott, all you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel. Let me undress you, baby. Open up your mind and just press. I'm about to let you know you make me so. Probably you got me acting up in here. I better be good. I don't want no problem. I don't want no trouble. We don't want trouble. We're gonna be on our best behavior. No, but I love Jill Scott. I really do. I just know that when you go to her concert, she's putting you in that mood. So you best be with your partner so that y'all can really get the full effect of the vibe. Because if you going by yourself, you know, you go, I mean, and don't get it twisted. I don't have a problem having a good time by myself. I really don't. But if I'm gonna pay to go to the concert, I would love to enjoy it with a partner. That would be great. But either way, Erica Badu, you know, she gonna put you on that jet. We gonna go out of space, you know, and it's gonna put you in a place of creativity out there in the universe. All the ideas and just the I I love some neo soul. I'm telling you, that soul trap music. Well, Erica Badu, she get down too probably. She said, "I can make you put your phone down." Hey, I can make you put your phone down. You got me acting up, Pearly. Shout out to you, Queen. Did you get some of my healing though? Some of the message that I was giving in the beginning. Did you get some of that? Or you just here to start trouble with Mr. Dow? Oh, goodness. Well, I'm not gonna stay on here too long because now Pearly done got me in the vibe. So I might turn on some music, just chillax. I like I Want You by Erica Badu. Yes, I was in the bushes. Yes. Yes, I love Erica Badu. Oh, I love quite a few artists. I've been to I know a lot of people don't know about this guy, but and I don't know why, but I've been loving his music forever. He's from out of Mississippi and his name is Big Crit. Big Krit. Big Crit. And I love listening to his music. Like he real dope. And he a rapper. He been rapping for a long time. And he's mainly underground. And I've been to his concert as well. And he pretty dope. That man is fire. Okay? I like to listen to a lot of underground artists, but I really love the artists that, you know, that really got some meaning behind what they're expressing. That really means a lot to me. Like when I can listen to something and I'm hearing something with intent, and not just, and I can vibe to any type of music, but my favorite form of expression is always something that, got some type of intent behind it. Not familiar, I'm gonna check him out. Yes, check him out. I might share something on my channel about Big Crit. I listen to him a lot. Especially when I try to get a little hyped up, if I need to, feel some type of let's get into it energy for work, or, anything that's gonna give me that type of push. I like the, you gotta have that grind kind of music. And his music, um, his music kind of gives me that, but at the same time, it gives you, mental words, mental wisdom. It's dope. um, I'll probably start posting a lot of things that can kind of give you a vibe of, the things that I listen to, what type of person I really am, within, um, the art, everything that I like to listen to. I know that a lot of people don't necessarily, you know, vibe, because it doesn't necessarily stick with the crowd. Okay, but that's okay. I stand out. I don't have a problem with standing out. I'm different. Um, but it's Friday, so I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing on y'all Friday and go out. I know y'all ain't intend to hear no words of wisdom on a Friday night when y'all trying to do y'all club thing or whatever. But whenever you get some time after you done left the club, tomorrow morning, whatever, with your hangover, and you got to take a shot to get the pain to go down a little bit, whatever you feel the need, just tap in on the replay and shout out to everybody. Much love. Okay. Peace and blessings to all of y'all.